painful personal experience I've ever had.
Well, that's Hazel's story, and judging by the calls that you have made to us this morning, certainly not unique. Anna Rayburn is now here to answer those. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, Eamon. Very unpleasant business bullying, and our first caller, I'm happy to say, is a man, because it doesn't just happen to women. Stuart, what's been happening to you?
Yes, when I'm at work, my boss thinks it's funny when I'm tying the equipment on the back of the wagon up.
Yeah.
He drives off when I'm halfway through it and actually throws me off the wagon.
Mm-hmm. And how many times has that happened?
It's happened, it must have been at least a dozen times over the last 12 months.
You have an accident book?
Yes, there is an accident book at work, but he's told me not to enter anything into it. He normally does it when there's other people watching.
Yes.
He's constantly humiliating me. And it's just basically making me ill, but the problem is I need the money and I need the job, and I'm quite worried about going elsewhere.
No, I understand that, but are you a union member?
Yes, we're in the Transport General Workers Union.
Well, the Transport and General Workers Union would break their hearts if they thought that you couldn't manage in your time outside work to go and see them and put in a report about this, Stephen, because this is a joke to your boss. Yeah. And what he's doing is he's playing it very cleverly. He's binding everybody else into his bullying syndrome by making them witnesses to your humiliation. Then he ties your hands and says, don't put anything in the accident book, don't you dare make a fuss about it because you want the job, and you find yourself to be stuck.
Yes, that's right.
My best advice to you is to go to your union. You must report this.
Yes.
And you must report it clearly. And the other thing you must do is you must keep a sort of diary of what happens, of what is said, and what he asks you to do. Anything that is outside the bounds of reason. And you must have dates of when you fell off the lorry, when you were bruised, what cut you had. And you keep a record. And I'll tell you something else which will probably shock you. What your boss is doing, apart from being thoroughly distasteful and disgusting, is actually illegal. And if you made a formal complaint to the police, they would come down and settle it too.
Yes.
So you need a record. You need to be prepared to go to your union, believing that they will act tactfully, and you have to say to them, I'm terrified, I want the job. No, I don't want to be pushed off the back of a lorry, but I want the job. And they have to take that on board. And if all else fails, don't hesitate, go to the police.
Thank you very much.
Take care of yourself, Stuart. Thank you. Our next caller this morning is Kath. Kath, what can I do for you?
Well, ever since I started about 18 months ago,
yes,
I've always felt I've been put down by this person. She sits behind